That could be where he gets caught off guard, and this is going to be a big duel. Oh, wow. There it is, starting these out so nicely.
If Forrest gets going on a pistol, you know this is going to be a big game. This guy is just beautiful on that sort of work, but it's forced Fnatic to make a bit of a move now, and it looks like they're kind of, I guess, tendering towards A at this point. Pitt is the only man standing towards the site. Everyone else is kind of working their way over, playing a little bit on the retake. Get Right playing highway, exist by truck, but the bomb's going to go down, planted for main, and it's a 5v4 retake now.
Yeah, but this is a nice position from Pitt. If he can get this one kill here, this is crucial, but he can't. So Olafmeister now has control of the forklift, and that's a massive power point for this retake.
It's almost the linchpin to try and play back in on this site. A lovely crossfire now set. Dennis is jumping up for a little bit of info, spots out the players possibly towards highway, and Crims can now play back in as well, just keeping himself safe by the bomb. And NIP are running out of time here and options already. Forrest gets his head taken off, and there we go. Finally a bit of a bite back. Exist is the one doing it. They do have a kit on Freiburg, so he's down to JW, and he knows the lineup. He's got to see it! JW with 2 big kills. He's buying time perfectly. But now the defuse again. Exist holds it down. It's his only option. And JW's was, well,
expect this buy to come out. There was a Mac 10 on the board, so that's swapped out for an AK-47. Now it's a 4-on-5, but still plenty of chances for Fnatic to get back into this, and Exist has got to be careful. He's out in the open, and JW doesn't commit too much. Very, very wary of some kind of mid-presence, which is smart, because Exist and Forrest have a crossfire set up.
Yeah, there's that 1-3-1 again. Get Right solo on A. You've got, I think, Freiburg over at B alone, and then the 3 players pretty much focused towards mid, and it's working out nicely. Now that's when, I guess, the alarm bells are going to start ringing for Fnatic. Exist just got a kill, Pitt got one earlier, and I'm pretty sure Forrest is there. Okay, we need to start focusing maybe towards these sites, and Get Right just playing towards that MBK corner. Did let Olafmeister out, and he does not need to be let off the leash, because look at him go. Just already finding 2, claims the site himself. But the counter boost comes out, and that will catch 1.
All right, now they have the knowledge that's in those, so they're going to call out the possibility of a fast flank. Flusha and Door is going to try and pick one off, and Olaf, I mean, he's still aggressive, and he has the opening 2 kills to really open this round up for Fnatic, and he's going to get 1 more. That's Freiburg down. Forrest has got to recover. He does have a kit, but only a UMP, and he's got to outplay Olaf here.
Olafmeister read that as well. He knew it, but it didn't matter in the end. Forrest will get it, but Flusha holding the angle, waiting for that push to remain. Exist might fall into this trap, and he does. Now it's the 1v1. Flusha against Forrest. Well, he doesn't quite go into the doorway, but it will at least stop the run out, and now the defuse full as you like. Flash comes in, but Forrest doesn't move, but it doesn't matter. Flusha swings out, gets the job done.
Shut it down and throw everything into a mess. Another pick in mid, spraying through the smoke. That's 2 rounds in a row for NIP, but they cannot keep giving up this advantage. They have to win this round out. They're down 0-7. They need to get on the board.
Yeah, but for now, this round, they don't really have much map control anywhere. They have no one towards A, they have no one towards mid now, and everyone's focusing towards that B site. 2 players towards the sunroom, got a couple kind of just facing towards mid in case there's that push around the back. But would you expect both players to be on B? Forrest and Freiburg both sat there now. And will this be a constructed piece coming in from Fnatic? This could be a more structured side that we've been waiting to see. What do they have up their sleeves? Here we go, there's the molly here, a little bit of something coming through. Flash comes in, the counter mollies come out, and Fnatic so far just holding on.
No smokes for the NIP members as well to extinguish those Molotovs. So Fnatic now, they have all the advantages. There's one down in the site, so they did block off one. Player to the left, Dennis is going to check this. He sees it, Force wins that battle, but they're slowly going to take over the site. Freiburg's still alive, finds one more, and they're slowing this down. They're getting the kills, and NIP in a 3-on-1. And Crims with no HP. This should be the first round on the board for NIP. Any second now as Crims just gets taken out by the nade, and also the first kill from Get Right, and they've done a good job of it, but the fact there's 3 players here for NIP, I mean, it doesn't matter. Now it's down to 2. JW with 1 pick. That's what he's there for with the AWP. Catches Get Right off guard.
Yeah, that's a massive issue. Now Exist falls. It's down to just Pit to hold this site. And it's playing perfectly into the hands of Fnatic here. They've slowed down the pace. They hit the brakes after that quick flurry of the utility being put to use. And now we might see the hit starting to come in. 48 seconds. And it does look as though it is time to go, but Pit waits. He waits so patiently, he takes down one, executes Olofmeister, but there's nothing more to be found. Maybe go a little too early on that, and it's down to Freiburg on the side. The crossfire not in place, but it's Forest around the back on the flank. Now it's a 2v2, but Dennis will not relent, and now it's down to Forest. Mollied out Flusher, that works, that's the bomb. Can he deny Dennis the round to give Fnatic their 8th as he waits, and he knows Dennis has to play back into this?
Yeah, picks up the AWP as well, just to hold the corner. This is huge. Oh, that smoke, though, that is unfortunate for Force. So Dennis, he has some time to toy with this. 10 seconds on the clock, though. He's got to get this bomb. He's going to get back into the site, and Force cannot push through this. Is he going to do it? Is he going to be aggressive while the bomb goes down? A stick by Dennis into this one-on-one, and Force still waiting patiently for the smoke.
I'm pretty sure Dennis is close enough to hear that scope being scoped in. So again, he's aware that this is probably still going to be main. He's not gone for that long play around highway. Forest has to be so on point here, and it's such a gamble. Which corner will Dennis be waiting in? Forest just has to guess, make his choice, and stick with it. And here we go, it's Dennis. And there it is, secured in the end. It looked a little dangerous.
They're missing a lot this round. That's a good find. I think that's the 3rd time NIP's opened up a round with a kill through a smoke. Twice in mid, one there for Get Right. But they still haven't been able to win some of these rounds.
I guess you have to take what you're going to get. You know, get anything at this point for them is fine. You know, through smoke or not, I'm pretty sure they'll accept anything. Probably not the ideal start, however.
The issue now is there's only 2 flashbangs at NIP, so plenty of time for plays like this from Fnatic to just walk out to challenge, and Pit's going to be forced out of the corner. There's the pick. Great job from Fnatic. That Molotov, you can see that's why they're so effective on this map.
And already the push comes in, but the cross was being watched this time. No easy push through, no sneaky play through that forklift. It was straight through the site that time, and Exist was there waiting. And the flash is still being retained by NIP, but the problem is Crims now finding Exist. It's a 3v3, but they need to make this hit count. Fnatic is starting to, I guess, tighten the noose, but Get Right's having none of it. He's still on the site, and finally we see him fight back. That's 3 this round. And Crims,
it's not
known for his
AWP.
Not this time. And mid is pretty much completely absconded at the moment. Exist has found Olofmeister, so that's taken away, I guess, one of those splitting presences. Olofmeister can't be a pest anymore, and Pit's already aware of this as well. Watching down towards Highway, seeing if anyone's going to play up that far. I don't think Fnatic are going to do it just yet. They can still make the play later into it, but it looks like a B-split so far, but Exist gets the information. That's perfectly fine. That's all you need at this point, but he re-peeks into it, and the nade just completely denies him.
That's the danger of that fight, and there goes Freiburg. Peeks out from Checkers. Forest waiting. There's 1 kill, but they know where he is. He cannot find a second until just now, but he is taken out. Down into a 2-on-2, and control of the B bomb site goes over to Flusha and JW.
Making the most of a very bad situation there, Forest. That could have been so much worse. That's not the nade you want to be doing, but still, it is that 2v2, but JW's got the angle on Get Right. That would be a huge adjustment. If he can hit it, he can't. And now Pit left in one of those situations you just don't want to be in. Playing back in with the AWP, never going to be easy, especially against that. Flusher says a big fat no.
Just kind of steamroll it, and now just look at this, pick up the pace. Get Right gets caught out by a flash. He thinks that smoke is going to cover him, and it's not.
And it's just relentless from Fnatic. They are not easing off the pedal at all. Olofmeister is the executioner right now.
And this is the same style that made Fnatic the best team in the world for such a long time, is once they had that advantage, then it almost, some of the plays they make just feel like arrogance. Coming through that smoke with 1 flashbang catches the defense off guard, and then everyone is available for fights. It's not about playing smart, it's not about playing for the post plan, it's about just getting on top of the boxes in the bomb site and dominating your opponent into submission.
Yeah, it's a scary Fnatic to be looking at. It's still early, it's the first game in groups, I'm not going to read too much into it, but there's small, I guess, indicators, the signifiers are there that this is looking a little bit scary for these guys. They could certainly string a couple of games together if they keep up like this, but for now, 4 alive, bomb plant, round on the board. This sounds like a bit of a rinse and repeat, and well, Freiburg will at least get a little bit
advantage now for NIP, 5-on-3. We've seen this before, we've seen Fnatic come back from it, but at the moment, you know, Dennis is in mid, Crims is at the A bomb site, or he's not even over towards door, just watching for pushes, very passive. They've got to try and find a kill, and Get Right, he could surprise here, but if they find this, it could be the start to get back into this round for Fnatic, and GetRight sees the shadow. He knows this is coming, but he can't win the fight anyways.
And even for NIP mentally, you've got to hope that they win this round. You don't want to lose a 5v3, even though the weaponry and everything else sits with Fnatic.
And this is now very bad from NIP. They have a two-man advantage, and you see these are too easily equalized for Fnatic. It's two players from NIP pushed up with pistols, and they've been equalized, and there's no ability to trade here. It's just Fnatic playing passively, and NIP just obliging them by getting aggressive into the crosshairs. No reason not to sit back and make sure every kill that comes out for Fnatic is in a situation where NIP can trade it off. Now they don't have any knowledge of really what's coming.
Yeah, this is rough. And you see them. They can't commit to one side particularly. They're going to have to gamble and go towards A, but it is the right choice at this point. Pit and Exist are the first two on the scene, but a Scout and the UMP. Not ideal, but it can be made to work, and Pit's going to do just that. He'll at least find one, and time is starting to tick. 7 seconds left. This has to be a proper plant. There can be no hesitation, and the retake comes in, but surely they're going to win it. No! Flusha's still alive and kicking, and he closes. What a shot from Flusha.
3 players at the A bomb site for Fnatic. Yeah, this could get ugly. There's Crossfire set up. Force wins the initial, and there's Exist as well. Are they going to expect JW? They didn't, but he can't land anything, and when you have so many Glocks coming at you like that, and now look at NIP just in the open, taking these fights and winning them. This could be a clean sweep for NIP. Still a long way to go for them, but no chance of Dennis, who is probably the best pistol player we have in the world, but this is too tall of a task.
Yeah, the pistol arrow can't do it this time, but yeah, it looks like there's been a fight. Fnatic still have aggression throughout the map. Crims slowly working his way up. This could go either way.
Yeah, but the trade kill indicates there's more than just that one kill from Olaf, so that's why Dennis rotates over in Forest. This is a lot of room given up to him. We saw Olaf Meister with these similar plays, and Forest is going to copy him. Meanwhile, there is still Crims pushed up in A main, and Pit's not expecting that whatsoever. That's the benefit. That's the thing that NIP didn't spot at the beginning of the round, so now they're in a very, very tough spot.
You got Flusha basically playing CT. He doesn't need to do anything. He's just watching for pushes and allowing Dennis and Crims, who are behind NIP, to do something. But Exist is aware. He's smart. He's turned around. He checks for Dennis, and he finds him, but Crims, would you expect this again? Crims actually won't find them. They're going B. Yeah,
I mean, that's a bit of a mistake, I think, from Dennis. Maybe just a little bit too aggressive with the knife out, making the footsteps. I mean, they had Crims pushing A as well. He didn't feel any pressure, so I'm not sure what inspired Dennis to get that aggressive. But either way, 2-on-2. This is a round that Fnatic has a great chance of pulling back into their favor. There is no kit, but GetRight. Flusha's not expecting that whatsoever. And it's Crims. He is dangerous in these scenarios, but again, no kit. He's got to do this quickly.
Just keep listening to that bomb ticking. GetRight's repositioned. He's not playing CT, he's playing up in heaven now. Crims is going to check it at some point, but he's crouched under it. This is smart, but utility is still with Crims. He's not got much time, though, and he's going to go for the smoke on the bomb and just go for this. He fakes it out, goes back in, and again, comes off it, but GetRight does not let this slip, pouring through the Fnatic side, but Exist is going to find it, but now Olaf Meister has to make the impact happen with the AWP. Uncharacteristically there, missing a shot, and it does allow for the trade to come through. Forest now, with Exist, all pouring through towards the side. Bombs there, bombs going down. No problem seen so far. GetRight, a worthy sacrifice for the round to be playing into their hands like this. Now, Crims and JW pretty much locked out at this point.
Yeah, and this is going to have to be a save. I mean, JW is so far away from even this B bomb site with the AWP, so he just wants to bring that into the next round. Crims is left here. He's got a kit, but 2-on-4. And the save call is already made. Nicely done from NIP. They find Dennis, and that just leaves Olaf in such an awkward position as that smoke fades. That's the danger of that spot that Dennis is playing. People are wise to it now that you can check it, just, you know, running up against that wall. I mean, even Dennis trying to do everything he can to look into the wall to hide his gun barrel, and it's not going to work. So Fnatic fighting to save these weapons, and there's JW, 2 kills, and that's an awkward switch. Free kill for Freiburg.
Crims can't stay alive, but damage dealt, but money. See if it comes through. In the end, though, JW been kind of reminded there is presence towards A main, and a step out from Forest, easily playing into the hands of JW there. Yeah,
there's the pick, and meanwhile, Olaf got pretty aggressive out towards B and spotted nothing. The timing wasn't with GetRight, but there's Freiburg. The response into mid. Crims falls. This leaves a big gap in the defense. They're going to have to be careful. 2 at A, and the defense is split. Dennis is very passive, and there's one more kill from Exist. They're going to start coming into this A bomb site. Flush has got to do work behind this smoke.
Flusha, what can you do? He's holding the very, very edge, but Exist again, providing massive kills, but look at the HP is low, but Dennis can do nothing but die, and Pit Freiburg goes back in again, but merely to be met by Forest, and now down to a 2v3. Finally, it looks like Fnatic have got control of this round, but Exist has been a beast so far. It looks like he doesn't want to lose that reputation just yet. Spots out Crims, but will he expect JW? AWP comes in, you certainly don't.
Oh, what a little bait and switch from JW and Crims. Probably not even organized, but Exist thinks he's going to be battling at M4, so he's taking that fight, willing for it, because it's a headshot angle, and JW surprises Pit now in a 1-on-2. This time, Fnatic, they get the cheat on the rotation with Flusha coming over. You could see, I mean, Fnatic just decides to throw bodies at the problem. Dennis gets down, gets a dink, and now Pitt's been spotted in mid. And that's tough. You wanted to go all the way back towards A, so now his plans have been ruined.
Crims has rotated towards A. JW's playing sandbag in mid. JW didn't see him cross back over towards B. Now, this might actually just allow him at least a bomb plant, right? This gives him a chance at it, but the retake is so favorable still to Fnatic here.
I mean, here's the thing, JW, they could just double up in vents, but as soon as this plant goes down, JW, I don't know if he can hear it from there, I don't believe so because he hasn't stepped up, but they know they've got him isolated in the site. If JW went out those vents, which he didn't actually, so now they don't have the information of where Pitt can be. Now he's coming through vents at the moment, and he's going to wait for this peek, and this is the danger, and there it is. Obliges. JW patient with the op, knows that Pitt's got to try and make a play. And that's a good win for Fnatic. They've got their 14th first round of this half on the board for Fnatic on the defense.
How late do you want to leave this, boys? Popmeister getting confident, and that pays off. Finally, he gets the pick to start things off with. It seems to all fall into place, and they are working with a UMP still on Flusha, certainly known for his capability, and look at this again.
That was a brilliant play from Olaf, though, because they've been forcing him back with the smoke in that main choke point, the Molotov out towards Checkers. This time, he pushes all the way out towards the box, so that Molotov actually goes behind him. GetRight thinks he's safe like he has been for the entire half when that kind of a utility is used, and Olaf just kind of says, not this time. He goes for that kill, he hunts it down. Big advantage for Fnatic in the 14th round, or in their attempt at the 15th round.
Yeah, we'll see if anything's going to swing this one back into NIP's favor. Gearing up to what looks like the A hit to come in. Pit already over by Squeaky. You've got two towards main. Freiburg playing a little bit late. Could be just setting up something at the moment. Maybe watching for that flank that could be very, very likely. But here comes the plays, and JW is still in position. Timing. Waits for that third second. Goes back in. Oh, that was close. But now the mollies come raining in. This becomes a problem. A well-constructed hit, but it doesn't matter when GW is still doing that through smoke. Now, 3 players remain for the T side here. Exist snuck his way towards the side, but there's problems left, right, and center. Alleviating some of that was Freiburg. There's the follow-up, 33 seconds, and Exist comes alive. That's 2 big kills, leaving JW to handle it all. 1v3, 27 seconds, and just too much on one man's hands.
Now it's up to JW at forklift.
But it's a stack towards forklift. You've got Crims there as well, so both of them playing it, maybe feeling this is how they get around the molly execute that they've been doing, and maybe it's going to work? No. Quickly swept over by Exist, just pushing his way through towards the site. More aggression now on the forefront. Flusha just dives in with the UMP, and it works out, actually. And my God, does it work out. Exist falls. Now it's down to 2v2. Freiburg and GetRight, you've got to pull this one back together, and Flusha is having none of it. 3 now for him. GetRight, dig deep and pull this one back for NIP, or it's Fnatic looking good in this one, and there we go. First to fall is Flusha, and the adjustment can't come in.
So, 3 players here for Fnatic. They wanted to be aggressive, but it's been slowed down, but they're not leaving.
Yeah, they are not relenting on this. Look at them, still pushing right into the eyes of NIP. Brazen aggression coming through, but Freiburg's found at least Dennis so far, but they're not stopping, it's still there! Olafmeister playing up by the box, in checkers now at JW, they want to fall back, they desperately want to back away from this now. Reset everything, because look how low they are on HP.
That's just so Fnatic. You've lost this battle for map control. And even still on the CT side, you're in a 4-on-4. That's disadvantage for you as well, with Olafmeister only having 13 HP. He doesn't have a whole lot of options of what he can do later on in this round. Very, very low at NIP. They've given up a lot of the map control they had over towards mid and A. 3 players now towards B. It's going to be Pitt coming late, watching for some kind of push, and it looks like NIP just wants to go right at this B bomb site, but Fnatic has this red.
Yeah, JW is playing on a knife's edge here, just waiting for a bit of a play to come through, and here we go into the Lion's Den, and you don't expect to not get a couple of claw marks on you, and there we are. Forest, GetRight, find the kills, and now Olafmeister, can you do anything? Gets 1, but it's not enough against 4 players that were remaining. And now Crims, near on impossible at this point. Exist is going to get the bomb down any second. And Pitt just about manages to keep his life with a little bit of a sidestep.
It'd be interesting to see if Crims even goes for this. I think he needs this 1 kill if he wants a chance at it. I think he's just going to back away because last round was down into a 1-on-1. There's no money for the Fnatic side. They want this FAMAS. It's essentially the only right. I'm not sure if he spotted him, but damage done, but Olaf falls.
JW next in line to fall. Let's see if NIP can do much with this one. Forest not giving up the angle, even though it's completely blind, still sprays into it. Tries to keep as much of this map as they can, but the deep smoke going to make it a little bit tricky, so again, has to respect this. And look at NIP, cautious, slow, careful. Near on meticulous at this point, but will we see that double smoke towards mid? We are, but the problem is Flush is pushed up, so he knows if there's actually anything coming through this way, they don't have to buy into this at all. With Flusha this close, Crim's able to peek over as well. And it looks like so far, NIP are eyeing up that A site.
They have plenty of utility as well. You imagine this is just going to be another one of those executes where they can stay pretty safe in A main, just going to throw everything they've got. Molotov's out towards NBK corner, Molotov out towards quad, and there's one in the site as well. All of Fnatic funneled back behind these Molotovs. The hit is here, but everyone from Fnatic is here. Can they win this? There's Dennis with one, but trades are coming out. Meanwhile, Flush on the flank almost does it. Crims, he's got a Famas. No one you'd want in a one-on-two more to win this match. There goes Get Right into a one-on-one. Forrest is the last one left. 8 seconds left on the clock to bring his team into overtime. Crims now knows where he is. 5 seconds. Forrest has got to hurry this one up. Flashbang is out. Crims just trying to play the time, and he's going to do it!
Oh my god!
Crims just ruins the day of NIP. The comeback all the way down to lose it like that. Nothing more Fnatic than that round win.
I am left without words.